It'll gradually load up here. Once it's loaded, I can start addressing the people that are watching now or in the future. The future. Get some snack out while I'm waiting for stream panel to load. Alright, visually looks good. Does it sound good? Visually sounds good as well. So, hello, people of the internet. It is I, Soulrack Dragon, here, back with more Fate Grand Order, where today we are going to continue our journey through Lostbelt 7, Golden Sea of Trees, Nahui Mictlan. And I do believe we are going to section 17 or 18 here. Whee! Trippy perspective. Yep, we are in the 9th stratum, Zibalba, with a battle node against foreigners, which is odd at the very beginning. I'm guessing some remnant of ORT is what we're going to face here. In section 18. Got it. Alright. It is a short section, so we might get more than one done today. Before I start, though, please, for me, if you are watching this on YouTube, be sure to drop a subscription so you know when the next part will come out, and drop a like to show your support. Without further ado, we're going to start the battle. It's going to black out my software that I use because it just does not like my software. Or the software just does not like FGO. Then we quit FGO, relaunch FGO, move the screen for FGO, and looks good. There we go. And resume from start. There we go. Alrighty. You can see this lovely screen for yourselves this time. Another severed tree of emptiness. Is that the tree of emptiness? I see the remains of an enormous temple, and even a more massive tree behind it. It would seem the tree of emptiness, but... yeah, it's literally empty right now. It's clearly dead, just like the one in the British Lostbelt. And yet, Mictlan is still obviously functioning as a Lostbelt. In Britain's case, Morgan remade it from scratch to a lost world, so it was able to escape from its tree of emptiness. But that's not the case for Mictlan. According to Shkish, it's been a Lostbelt for all of its entire existence, all the way up until now, 2025. And that must mean something other than Tree of Emptiness is keeping it around. Gee, I wonder what might be keeping it around. Yeah, once we get to the roots of the Tree of Emptiness, everything should be clear. But first, gotta make a regular check-in. Would you call the Stormborder match? Understood. Opening a line now. Stormborder here. Is this the Underworld Pilgrimage team? I'm glad you're all okay. We confirmed your arrival at the 9th stratum via your ID signals. Unfortunately, the video feed is not as nice. We're getting a ton of static from the 9th stratum. The cosmic ray concentration is well above safe levels for humans. I remember you telling us that Master Soul is wearing a special protective sheet, but please be careful to ensure it doesn't get torn. No worries there. The Dino's made this sheet. It's way stronger than anything Chaldea could make. Anyway, how's the Stormborder coming along, Sion? Is it going to be operational soon? Oh yes, it's been 14 hours since all of you left Chichen Itza. 4 hours ago, we successfully restarted the engines, just as we planned. At the moment, we are working on charging our emergency power reserves, enhancing the border's armor plating, and generating all manner of weaponry. We expect it to be another 4 hours or so until we're satisfied with everything. Well, that's 2 hours sooner than we planned for. Nice. You must all be working super hard right now. Where's David right now? Don't even mention Caddick's name. Unfortunately, we do not know David's current location, as we've not been able to track or even detect him. And I'm afraid I have more bad news. We lost contact with Caddick's strike force 4 hours ago. Of course he would fail. The good news is that the Shadow Border signal is still strong, meaning the most likely explanation is that they are simply unable to contact us as a result of some unforeseen difficulty. Then are David and Tezcatlipoca making their way here right now? That is highly probable, yes. Alternatively, they may have already passed you during the 4 hours you spent making your way through the Fourth Underworld. You have two choices. You can choose to wait for Cadix's team to arrive, or you can move on without them. You are your team's leader, Sol. Since we're unable to reach Gordolf at the moment, the decision is yours to make. What will you do? We don't have time to wait for Caddock. We could wait for Gordolf and Koyan, but not Caddock. The rendezvous inside. Yeah, right now, moving forward is our only real option. Sion, we're going to head into what looks like a temple built near the foot of the Tree of Emptiness. Could you ask Caddock's team to rendezvous with us inside once they get here? Roger that. In the meantime, we will continue to prepare the border for takeoff. Good luck with your expedition.
So we're not going to wait for Caddock's gang to get here.
Right. Since the shadow border is still intact, I'm going to trust that everyone is okay. So we should focus on our mission of reaching ORT before David and cutting down the Tree of Emptiness. Even if that means we'll be erasing Mictlan itself as a result.
Don't worry about that. Didn't the other dinos already tell you? The end of the world isn't anyone's fault. Think about it like the wind pushing a rod over. If you say the wind's in the wrong, that'd mean treating everything nature has done up to that point as bad. If you say the rod's in the wrong, it'd mean you'd be ignoring all the work it did to stay upright till now. And if someone were to push the wind aside so they could run up and kick the rod away, well, I wouldn't know what they were doing, something like that. Why they were doing something like that, but I'd be impressed at them pulling off something pretty big.
Why do you say that?
Well, think about it. Most living beings only deal with other beings that are around the same size as them, right? At most, maybe they'll go up against something that's 2 or 3 times their size. But if you're challenging the whole world, well, that means you're dealing with something way beyond any one person. So I think if someone's going to do that, there's got to be a bunch of other people that would be willing to take a place cheering them on. Only thing that can kill the world is the world itself. The only way to break the world is if the world itself is on your side. And then there's a question of what exactly will carry that plan out. Now, I don't really think you can break the world without good reasons, allies, and destiny.
So if the world itself is on your side, only then the world can be broken? Then gets to the world's own innate counterforce, though what I think Wakchan is talking about is much more good-natured than that. Why don't we walk and talk? The temple is still a ways away. By the way, how are you feeling, Nitocris? You haven't been a zombie like the ones in the story you told us earlier, have you? If you feel like sucking anyone's blood, please stop with Wakchan. That way the rest of us will be safe for a while. I'm not going to suck anyone's blood. Where's this even coming from? That's what happened to every time Camazotz sucked a dino's blood. Did he not drink any of yours? No, he didn't. I'm the very picture of perfect health. I see. Then my next question is for you, Sol. How are your command spells doing now that Camazotz has been defeated and can no longer misuse them? Can summon, but don't have my master rights back. Then you'll probably have to settle things with the guy who stole. The guy you traded them to. Why are you asking about this in the first place, Tepeu? I don't get it. So that we can have an accurate picture of our combat capabilities, you see, I'm not sure how to say this, but I've been hearing noises from nearby trees for some time now. It seems we're surrounded by hostile creatures. Is it a mindless dinos? No way, this place was filled with toxic gas just 4 hours ago. Nothing could be living down here with all those toxins in the air. It must just be the wind, or... Oh, these things. What are they called? They were in the Scandinavian Lostbelt. See? Crap. Sorry, guys. We gotta make a break for the temple. Those are Tree of Emptiness seeds. Oh. Why is there Tree of Emptiness seeds here? That's weird. 6 servants must be set. We'll bring my Mashu along. So, Forena. Seeds, plural, but not necessarily mean there's not going to be a big seed, but... So, no Zerkers. No Vengers. Alter Egos are the way to go. You know what? They were talking about the counterforce. Let's bring Okitan. And we'll give her... that. We will go Cass with CE. If I'm not blind, that is. with CE. And the Meme Meister, no CE. Let's roll. See what we're up against here. It's weird to be streaming this early in the day, I must admit. Very weird. Normally, I'm getting ready to eat dinner. Oh, hello. That's a lot of, that's a lot of enemies. Sorry, I'm chewing on some candy. In total. Anyways, as I said, I normally am getting ready to make my dinner or eat dinner around this time of day. But, family is having a specific dinner. We're having pot roast with fried potatoes. So, gotta wait, because it's gonna be a family-based dinner, and everybody else tends to eat like around 5, 6 o'clock, so I figured, why not stream early like I've been saying I would do? And since I'm going to be a little hungry, I'm gonna snack while I'm streaming. It sounds perfectly logical to me. But beyond that, day's been going pretty good on my end. Got some access to my first few courses for college here. All online college. I don't know if I can name drop which online college I'm going to, but I don't think there's that many that it's a surprise. Trying to figure this was happening. The full NP. Actually, why did I figure that? I don't know. No, I didn't figure NP. I was just... Ugh, my brain is a little fried, because, again, I'm hungry. Sorry. So why did they NP? Increase warning signal, increase MP charge for all allies, including sub-members, except for yourself, when HP reaches 0. Okay. In that case, right. How many buffs do you have nullified? 3 turns? Shite. In that case... this could be bad. This could be quite bad. Let's do, like, this. Since we have proven that they swap out. Yep. Good. Good, good, good. But yeah. Got access to my courses, and I get just for being a student, I get access to a lot of programs that are free to use that should help with, like, learning how to code and stuff, which is quite cool. That's a big seed. Wish I could have focused that one down. I'm pretty sure MASH had, target focus on or their game. So that was not a very fair hit. And it's 3 turns of nullify buff. That's kind of worse. Okay. I'm dumb. Focus the big guy first. Get rid of him first through a combination of Okiton and Mashu, leaving just 2 little guys left. 2 little guys which we will be able to take out because buff nullification does hopefully not nullify the NP game. It does not. Alright, finish this. Okay, yeah. So, know my class schedule going forwards for the next couple months. And technically, maybe know what classes I'm going to be taking until I get my degree, even. Because all my transfer credits went through, and it's a lot. Quite a lot. Which is nice. If I don't want to do some extra work which I'm not sure of just yet. It's going to depend on my financial situation. That is what it's going to come down to. Okay. No battle node. Begin. Did we scare the seeds off, or did we run from the seeds? We ran from the seeds. They're not following us into the temple. Magma. I see the glowing red. So it seems, do they recognize this temple as sacred ground or something? Beats me. I can't even tell if those things are intelligent or not. It may not be intelligence so much as ecology. Some sort of animalistic instinct that causes them to band together to protect their territory when they sense danger. That reminds me of the story of the man who ran away from the pit of snakes only to end up in a nest of scorpions. On a different note, is it just me or is it rather hot in here? I know temperatures in Mictlan are generally hot, but it's almost like the air itself has become pure heat. There's intense heat coming from below. Yeah, no regular human could survive in this environment without a mystic code to regulate their body temperature. Although, I also noticed this temple is similar to the other buildings in Chichen Itza, which means it's originally from the Khan Kingdom. And that means that at some point, humans were able to live here. Do you know anything about that, Tepeyu? I can only tell you I've heard the name Kalakmul passed down in a few oral traditions. Based on all the information we've gathered so far, Kalakmul would seem to be where Mictlan humans originated. They later migrated to the upper strata and eventually founded the prosperous human kingdom of Khan.
So they moved up because it was too hot for them, so to keep living down here.
No, it does not seem so. In fact, it seems this heat was instrumental to Khan's creation. You see, these patterns on the wall tell their story. I believe you call this a mural. Looking at the first mural, it seems the Khan used this geothermal heat to advance their society. Ah, yes, I see. Fascinating. Makes me wish we could stay here indefinitely. Excuse me. That's not an option to pay you. Time's of the essence. Not to mention there's no telling when those things might come in here. I understand, but there's still a lot to be learned from this mural. It seems that as long as we read it in correct order, it should lead us to the heart of the temple. Okay, let's see here. Chico na hua loyan. Chico no ha loyan. Chico na hua loyan. Chico no ha. Chico na hua. Chico na hua. Chica na hua loyan. That is what they seem to be called in the Khan language. How did you make all that from doodles? To pay you, no. All the Dyna's brains are as powerful as supercomputers. Decrypting something like this is no problem for them. Chikuna Hua Luyan. In its mythology, that was the name of the Mictlan underworld's lowest layer. It was a world of peace and regression shrouded in thick fog. The dead people who managed to make their way here from the first layer would have their souls purified and be released from their suffering. That's why it's known as the true Mictlan. So this was the underworld's finish line. When we saw Orati's corpse in Met's Titlin, it wasn't inside a building like this. So it must be even further down, in Chico na Hua Luyan. Mine's shown us the way to pay you. Of course, my whole purpose on this trip has been to be your guide. Since it seems this is my final task, I will do my very best to ensure you all arrive at your destination. It's not going to be your final task. You're coming with us onto the border. In the beginning, the world contained a tree. This looks like it could be a great, what is it called? Thumbnail. In the beginning, the world contained a tree. The tree connected the land to the sky, and beyond to outer space. Once connected, outer space summoned a star. The star was shattered into pieces, and the world set ablaze. The visitors who escaped the planet, the Mala or Granary, set about rebuilding this world. This brought about an age of gentile reptiles with neither predator nor foreign enemies. This age of reptiles lasted for 100 million years, until the second star was summoned, a terminus star. So, connecting the heavens to the earth, the star coming down, it being rebuilt, and a second star coming. The Mala went on to create a world underground and became a miniature sun. So this is the... Oh, this is the second star. The second mural is the second star, and this third picture is the underworld and a miniature sun. This was how Mictlan began. Not gonna keep us on that? This all lines up with what Sheesh told us. The Mala was a fibrous life form which came here 300 million years ago from another planet. They fused with the surface's flora and used that network to stabilize the continents into one huge supercontinent. Dinosaur life flourished on this supercontinent for almost 100 million years. Then, 66 million years ago, around the same time as proper human history's fifth mass extinction event, another meteorite collided with the planet. This was the terminus star. O-R-T. Yeah, ORT's collision with the Earth should have wiped out the dinosaurs. But the Mala protected them by creating Mictlan and becoming the sun they needed to survive. And then they started modifying the dinosaurs' DNA and eventually evolved them into a new form of humanity, the dinos. Then after another 60 million years had passed, the fourth mass extinction event occurred, around 6 million years ago. That was when ORT began functioning again after being shut down. ORT went on to destroy the sun, nearly driving Mictlan to ruin. Then the dinos and the Khan, every living being here, banded together to cast ORT down to the very bottom of Mictlan.
What did that mean?
Senpai, is there something strange about the mural? You've been looking at it very intently. Oh, order of events is the opposite of what we thought. In this mural, ORT doesn't emerge until after the sun has gone dark. But then, that would mean, yeah, Shikish misinterpreted these events. ORT didn't destroy the sun, it went out before that.
What do you mean it went out? Did the priest mess up or something?
No, it's just the sun's time. Not even beings as advanced as the Mala were able to create a sun capable of perpetual operation. It stopped running after 60 million years, leaving Mictlan covered in darkness. We dinos can't function without sunlight, so we went into hibernation for the next 100,000 years. During that time, when the dinos were no longer Mictlan's dominant species, the human nation of Khan flourished in our place. They never received the Mala's protection. From the moment of their conception, the sun had forsaken them. That's why they built their civilization around geothermal heat. Kamazatz was a king of darkness from the very beginning. Only Mictlan will die when the sun goes out. I will never change. The dinos will accept their extinction as they did before. But not me. I'll never go extinct. I can live off the heat of the land alone, even without the sun. Hold on, does that mean the dinos, the Mala, didn't do anything in helping defeat ORT then? The only ones who could fight protecting Mictlan when it lost its sun were the people of Khan. No, Kamazatz alone. Since the sun had gone out, yes, that must have been the case. Humans mustered all their might to shut ORT down, and the sun returned to Mictlan once again. By the time the dinos had woken up, the kingdom of Khan was long gone. We never saw Khan. Theirs was a civilization that developed during the 100,000 years. The sun was absent. And we used what remained of their civilization without a second thought.
I see, so that's why the dinos were always so afraid of Kamazatz. We had no excuse for what we did to his people's legacy.
The kingdom of Khan is arguably Mictlan's only mythology. Now we know that Kamazatz was very much a resident of that mythological world. The mural ends here. Chico Noa Julian must be deeper inside. The last part of this mural says, when the king tore open the terminus star, it became the space tree's seedling. Do not touch the star's body, for it has become the foundation of Mictlan itself. The terminus star is now nothing less than the seedling of emptiness. Means ORT is the tree. If the terminus star became the space tree, does that mean ORT fused with the tree of emptiness? Yeah, looks like that's what happened. Maybe ORT absorbed the tree of emptiness as an energy source after the people in Khan wounded. Or maybe the people themselves used the tree to finish ORT off. By the way, now we know that ORT and the tree of emptiness are fused together. That explains what happened to the tree of emptiness. The tree itself may be dead, but it lives on in a different form. It looks like we're going to have a new ultimate objective. Or rather, we've gone back to the one we started with. Our job in the 7th Lostbelt is to destroy ORT. Destroying ORT is the goal. Destroy ORT is our... Destroy Lostbelts is our quest. Destroying ORT is our call. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. I don't know. Also, final arrow. Battle. Mystery. And quit. Reopen. Section 18 is a quick one. Section 18 is a quick one. Excuse me. Stop flipping. Resume from the start. Okay. Deeper underground past the bedrock. I see a temple in lava, but how do we get there? Thanks, is that a sea of actual fire? No wonder it's so hot in here. Wait, if it's fire, where's the smoke? So this is where the temple's hidden staircase led. Something of yet another underground cavern. Now I see. Gordolf did say it was every gentleman's dream to own a house with a yard, a pool, and a picket fence. Well, I'm guessing residents like these are fairly common in proper human history, then? Don't be ridiculous. Even in the age of gods, nobody would build a domicile as absurd as this. Just what do you think proper human history is to pay you? Also, for the record, trying to swim across the sea of lava is absolutely out of the question. That goes for you too, Mash. I'll be sure to let Kiyohime know. Ha! Yeah, the Stalker Trio have done it before. More importantly, in the very bottom, Mictlan is made up of flowing lava. Does that mean the 9th stratum we saw earlier is as far as Mala's power reaches, and from the sea onwards is Earth's natural geographic formation? Yep, this has got to be the mantle. It's probably not as solid as the mantle would usually be because there's something beneath that pyramid-shaped temple. Mash, can you use Shiba to scan the structure composition of this area? Done. There's 100 meters between the ceiling we're on and now in the temple at the base. There also appears to be another cavern 200 meters in diameter below the temple. Temple might be an elevator? Yes, that's right, Master. According to Shiba, that temple is a shaft that leads further down. The space at the bottom is most likely Mictlan's endpoint, where we'll find the Tree of Emptiness's roots.
So you gotta keep going down, then. The walls are pretty scraggy, so you guys might be able to get down using those footholds, but...
It's okay, Walk John. You can just wait here. Those footholds were obviously built for humans anyways. They crumble under your weight, but don't worry, we'll be right back. I should be able to come along. I'm not too heavy and I can glide if I need to. Okay then, Walk John. You stay here and watch our things while the rest of us head down. We'll use the footholds in the walls to climb down that bridge, then cross the winds to reach the temple. Nudicrus, is something bothering you? Oh no, I just heard the sound of running water. We may be done for if we lose our footing, but there's no time to waste. We'll just have to make our way down as quickly and carefully as possible. Running water. We are in the Earth's mantle. Are you sure you didn't hear running lava? Not looking forward back to the climb up, but we're here. Well, I'm detecting life storms ahead. It's Tezcatlipoca. How the fuck did they beat us? Oh, damn, seriously? Guess David was right. I can't believe you people got here at the same time I did without even knowing the way. And it looks like none of you bowed out in the 4th Underworld either. Pretty poor showing on Camazot's part. I figured he'd at least tear that master's head off and drink his blood since they're both representatives of humankind and all that shit. I see. It must have been the command spells. Those things use a ton of magical energy, right? I bet he was pretty weak and hungry after putting 3 servants through alterization. Yeah, that'd explain it. He was weakened. Lovely. You're astonishingly magnanimous for your willingness to speak even to the lowest vermin, great Tezcatlipoca. Nonetheless, taking care of vermin is my job. May I exterminate them? Oh yeah, it is your job, isn't it? Sure. Go ahead, I'm not going to stop you. If you hate proper human history that much, you should probably get it out of your system while you can. Leaving business unfinished can really eat away at you. Of course, dying with unfinished business happens to every human, but... wait. Hold up. So you got knocked all the way down here, huh? Looks like fate smiles on you today, Iskali. This god just so happened to make it in time. Seeing your battle's gonna wait for a while. Huh? Hey, Tlalok! Is all the way down here after being hammered by Camazots, and those looks like some ugly wounds. Tlalok, you're alright. She sure is. She was in pretty bad shape after Camazot's some of her blood, but she was able to heal her injuries here. This is where she was summoned. In proper human history, it's known as Aztlan, the land of beginnings. Why don't you show them who you really are already, Hummingbird? You're not going to be able to defeat them while you're hiding your true name. Forget your godly duties. You never took them seriously anyway. You've always been strong when you were fighting for humans, right? For humans? Gods exist to rule over humans. Why would Tlaloc ever fight for... Tezcatlipoca! What, no more brother? That's a shame, but I guess I got no one to blame but myself. I'm taking Iskali to the coffin. You stay here and kill them. After that, do whatever you like. Disappear, go back to Mexico City. Go nuts. Let's go, Iskali. So you made it all the way here. You faced me in the jungle, Mexico City, and Chichen Itza. Not one of those times were you any match for me. Every time something had to intervene to save you. But nothing's coming to save you this time. Lostbelt, proper human history, makes no difference to me. My only concern is passing divine judgment on invaders bent on destroying our land. As both Tlaloc, the god of rain, and Huitzilopochtli, the god of war, I will execute your divine punishments. Oh no, she's not bluffing. And given her affinity for this place, she's stronger now than she's ever been. That defensive concept she's got flowing through her spirit origin is no joke. Camazotz might have had the edge offensively, but she's clearly the best when it comes to defense. I don't think we'll be able to fight our way past her. I'll have to figure out some other way to go around. No, we don't have any time for that. She's far too vicious to let us escape anyway. I'll deal with her. It's time I avenged my humiliation. I'm counting on you to handle things from here, Da Vinci. Mash, I'm sorry to step up before you. And so, I must thank you for making all the right choices. That you thanked me back then is proof you're truly a first-rate summoner. Neato. Do not fear. I'm about to show you the power that let me rule a great nation. The power of a pharaoh. Oh, it's you, the queen who failed to defend her precious ship not once, but twice. I'm tired of fighting you. Your spirits are useless on me, and you know that by now. Luckily for you, I'm every bit as magnanimous as I look, so I'm willing to at least spare one servant. You? Magnanimous? Huh, you're every bit as tyrannical as you are miserable and greedy. Jealousy was the only reason you wanted to destroy the storm border. You were desperate to destroy it because you saw that it was both more beautiful and useful than you, and you just couldn't stand that, could you? You relentlessly criticize and rank anyone who defiles you, or you relentlessly criticize and rank, I don't know what that means, anyone who defiles you, or who you know is better than you. You're a petty, small-minded thing who can't stand to see anyone or anything that might surpass you. Isn't that right, Tlaloc? I see people who claim the incarnations of gods are every bit as arrogant as you'd expect of one claiming that title. Resorting to insults just because you can't possibly defeat a divine spirit like me, huh? Where's all that queenly pride now? Oh, you are funny. Come now, you're not a divine spirit. We both know that. Why don't you tell us your true name? Tezcatlipoca has given you permission now, hasn't he? Would you rather I did it for you? I suppose so. You'd never reveal it yourself. You're far too stubborn. Please, what fool do you think you could ever figure out my true name? It's not as if you had the power to pass judgment on a god in any case. If you're so desperate to disappear, I'll just kill you now before you can call me by some other god's name. Only a god may pass judgment on another god. This is all the more true in the case of somebody only claiming the title. If I can't defeat you as simply an incarnation, then I'll simply have to sacrifice my heart. You. You have another form too? No, it's not that. You're becoming an altar. Nicho, no! You do it again! Why are you doing it again? How can you do it again? Ooh. This is a different ascension. Damn. Now I really want Nito Burrito Altar. Trying to deceive me. Such insolence. No matter of fabrication, falsehood, or forgery can stand before my scales. You are no god. You are certainly not several gods. You shed blood not for godly laws or humanity, but solely for those who live in your city. It is clear that your true name is Metztliapan, or the Lake of the Moon. No, in that form, perhaps I should call you Tenochtitlan, the most prosperous floating city in Mesoamerica, and the one which worshipped the gods Tlaloc and Wheeze. You really are an idiot, aren't you? How could a city become a heroic spirit? She was spirit origin operation of stabilize. I should be able to add her spirit origin graph, no problem now. You bitch, what kind of servant blurts out another heroic spirit's true name on a wild guest? Insolent whelp, my golden eyes see through all. Here in my underworld gambits like yours are forbidden. Come, show us your true form, do it and I will crush you. Oh, you think so great just because you're an alter now? Fine, you want my true form? You got it. So Nahui Mictlan is her true name. Nahui Mictlan. She's a city? Ooh. Since when can cities become heroic spirits? That segment has no place for a desert god. I'll render you back to the dust you came from. So since when can cities be... Nahui Mictlan. True name revealed. Okay. Cool. Interesting. I have no idea. Oh! Okay, so we get 2 supports. One of them is a forced Nito Burrito support. Nito Burrito, what is your NP? Because clearly this is going to be a fight between Nito Burrito and Nahui Mictlan. Nahui Mictlan, if I'm pronouncing it properly there. Ludicrous alter. Yeah, that works. Quick Google search. The Fate Grand Order fandom. Ludicrous alter. One quick 3 arts on Buster, but we can already see that. Arts. AoE arts. AoE kind of hurts, but we can wheel and we can deal. Cass, you're coming along. Merlin. Waver. Excuse me. Burps. Where is Memeland? There's Memeland. Bop. Boop. Scotty is the other support. Full support behind Nito Burrito Alter. Let's roll. Fabricated deceptions and numerous disrespects. Good friggin' lord, what did you just do? 5 fucking... 1, 2... Yeah, that's 5 guts! Hey, Mordred, welcome to the stream. How'by things. It's funny how the only people in my friend list who have Taz are complaining he was a suck when they actually... a spook when they rolled for Nahui Mictlan. Burbs aren't servants, though. Burbs? Are you talking about actual burbs? Like the things with wings that fly around? But I'm still confused as to how the hell a city is able to become a servant. Because that's weird. MP strength down. Permanent. That's cool. 2 breaks, by the way. 1 break and normal. You said burbs. I think you might have mistyped there. If you look back in chat, it shows that you typed in burbs for some reason. You did mistype a couple times. You're either mistyping intentionally to throw me off, or you're on mobile or something. Because you also said how as ho. It's funny ho. The only people in my FL who have Tez are complaining he was a sook, and they actually rolled for Nahui Mictlan. That was what your previous message was. Prison cave-like cactus. Prison cave-like cactus. What? What is prison cave-like cactus even mean? Decreased damage taken. Okay, so she's got a buff. So, decrease damage taken, increase MP charge by 1 each turn, and increase quick... Okay. She just has a straight damage decrease. Let's throw the arts buffs here. And let's see what Nito Burrito Alter is capable of. Her first skill, Elegiac text? I never have seen that word before. Let us Google it. Elegiac. G-I-A-C. Elegiac. So it is like an elegy. So a wistful. So wistful or mournful text. Arts by 3, Buster by 3, HP recovery every turn. That's not bad. We'll do that first. Second is God of the Underworld's Judgment. A. Significantly increase NP gauge for yourself. Apply good trait and increase buff success rate when receiving a buff to all allies. Apply evil trait and buff success rate when receiving a buff to all enemies. That's confusing. Okay, so she makes her opponents evil and makes her allies good. That's cool. Oh, that's Pirate's Rail with Desert Night Breeze. Arts for 3 turns to all allies. Invade, debuff immune, and death immune to all allies with good trait. Nice. Alright. Let's see what this NP looks like. And how much damage we're going to do. Yeah! I who hold the scales invite you into the underworld. Invite you to the underworld. And now you will be judged for your sins. That's quite the artwork there in the Final Ascension. Or in the NP. That is quite the artwork. Also, you just removed one of my freaking guts? That is rude. Nahui Mictlan. So rude. You don't just remove somebody's guts. No effect. What is having no effect, I wonder? We got the break. City on a Bountiful Lake. Lake of the Moon EX. Third Sun. And NP. Okay. She thinks I'm back. That's hilarious. Okay, that was hilarious. She literally just goes into a giant fuck off mech. Much as I want a Brave Chain. Actually, she has another trait, didn't she? I saw. City on a Bountiful Lake. Increase MP charge by 2 each turn. Restore HP at the end of turn. Increase crit star drop rate when damaged. Okay. Beep bop. Boop. We're hitting hard still. We're still hitting pretty hard. I wanted to get the pure defense going here. Anti-enforcement, that's what it's called. I forget sometimes. Nito Burrito Alter has some good NP game. Okay, so we're gonna deal with another NP, but we have a full charge this time. Or rather, we have invincibility this time. Let's throw Decisive Battle power up, and then a Nito Burrito Brave Chain with a little slice of NP on top. And I really want Nahui Burrito Alter now, because that NP looks sick. Looks so cool. And I'm kind of happy I have Talalak, or not Talalak, but Nahui Mictlan now, because that NP is also awesome. 2 servants with awesome NPs. Hey Deante, welcome to the stream. How be things, and can you perhaps answer to me how it is that a city can become a heroic spirit? This is the question that needs to be answered. Because I do not understand in the slightest. It has not been explained. Unless it's going to be explained later, in which case, don't explain it, because I wish to be surprised. But yeah, Nahui Burrito, I really wish I had gotten her. How a city can become a heroic spirit. It will do it later, don't worry about it. Good to know. So we will find out later on how Nahui Mictlan has become a heroic spirit. And that does bear the question. What other cities could become heroic spirits? I could see Rome becoming a heroic spirit. I could see something like Rome gaining the capability of becoming a heroic spirit. BAQ. I've not rolled for her yet. I have purchased a little bit more quartz for myself, so sometime during today's stream I will be doing some more rolling. Possibly after this section, because it kind of depends how long the next section is. Because I mean, this first section I did today, only 3 arrows long, so that's nice and short, you know. I'm quite happy with that. Quite happy with how short this one was. Short, but packed. Your walls are shattered. It's over, Nahui Mictlan. She's gonna kill me. My no noble phantasm. She's not finishing me off. How long are you gonna just lie there? That you are incapacitated doesn't mean you have suffered a fatal wound. I'm about to be exposition dumped in a very painful fight. Lovely. What's going on? Aren't you gonna tear up my heart? I could, but now is not the time. I only require the hearts of the dead. I have no use for hearts of the living beings with unfinished business. They're revoltingly warm. Make no mistake, this is not me repaying you for letting me live earlier. I must still give you 100 lashes, then destroy you utterly to make up for the humiliation you caused me. This has not been nearly enough. So I spared your life and you kill me in return? Do you always try to cover up your mistakes like that? Some god you are. So you still have the strength to trade insults. Good. My only fear was that I might have taken it too far. So why is Nahui able to unalter herself? Wait. No! Nahui! You should be more careful, my ally. Have you forgotten how barbaric the Mesoamerican heroic spirit is? Just because we won doesn't mean she won't use the last of her strength to attack you. So you'll just have to see me off from where you stand. I said my goodbyes earlier. Do you recall? This is as far as I go. My apologies for leaving without asking. Then again, perhaps I should say I'm impressed I lasted this long. I pulled out my own heart and used it as fuel for my alterization. Of course I'm going to disappear. The truth is, I died back in the 4th Underworld. Alterization is a form of rebirth that can only be undone in the Underworld. This is just what happens when you attempt it elsewhere. I regret nothing, but it is a shame that I'm going to vanish for good. Alterization is only for the Lostbelt, so it doesn't go outside the logic. I figured that much. I doubt Pharaoh Nitocris will ever be summoned to Chaldea again. What? Well, it's a good thing I already have Nitocris in Chaldea. So, ha. Nitocris is already in my Chaldea. We don't know that. I suppose a very, very slim chance remains, but if you say so. Still, I suspect even a version of me who doesn't know Chaldea will be able to forge a fine alliance with you. I don't understand. Why would you sacrifice so much for so little? You could have killed me easily, but you didn't. Why? This is beyond humiliating. Just put me out of my misery. Just really quickly here. That is a weird position to have her. Why would you draw her hand like that? That is such a weird hand position to have. Just fingers curled except for the index finger out like a claw. That's such a weird hand drawing position. Just saying. Even I don't know what I was thinking. I can't believe I felt a sense of kinship with someone as morbid, stubborn, and as dreary as you. Kinship? You felt kinship with me? I did. We were both so preoccupied with our positions that we ended up hiding what we really wanted to do. As you said, I'm a queen who fought for her own revenge. I came up with an underhanded trap to execute retainers who had far more power than I did. Some people said what I did was brave, or even unwise. But it proved nothing besides my own foolishness. I was far too little, far too late. By that point, I had already lost everything I wanted to protect. I didn't realize that my chance to demonstrate my bravery or wisdom had long since passed. Instead of fighting to kill the ones who killed my brothers, I should have fought to protect my brothers, even if I was too weak to do so effectively. No amount of self-punishment after the fact to make up for the regrets I carry in my soul. Seeing you fight so reluctantly reminded me of myself back before I lost my brothers. So, while I know this is very self-serving, I want to make you a request I wish someone had made of me back then. Once you know who your true enemy is, and when you should fight them, don't lie to yourself. You are the incarnation of a beautiful city, and you said you would gladly spill blood for your people's sake. Are you certain you don't still have regrets in your heart?
Nidocris!
Nido Burrito. Nidocris' spirit origin is gone. I'm guessing your entry in the border spirit origin graph is also probably... It's not gone. I'm going to prove it after this.
The bridge is coming down. Run!
Damn it, it's all lava down there. There's no way we can survive that. We gotta hurry to the temple before... I'm free falling. That was section 18. Okay, and just to... Oh. Noble Phantasm Unleashed. Ome Teotl Tenochtitlan. Did I not have the ability to use her NP earlier? Because if so, that's wild. Before I call this section, for those watching this on YouTube, I'm going to prove that Nido Burrito is not gone. Spirit Origin List. Let's see here. Oh, you're only showing unsummoned. Filter. Contracted and unknown. So, Nido Burrito. Where is my Nido Burrito? See, Nidocris is still here. Nidocris is still in my Spirit Origin graph. It's only this one that is data lost. So, ha! I had it set to this just so I could see who I have not summoned just yet. It's a very good way to keep track. Very good way. Wait, why is there 2 data losts? Oh, that's the summer variant. Oh, that's right. The summer variant. Got it. Don't say that. That's mean. But, before I fully close this part out, I think I am going to do another set of rolls here. Let me get 6 more quartz for my fragments. So that way, I can do 6 more rolls to see if I can't get Kukulkan to come to my Chaldea. So, those of you watching this on YouTube in the future, another bonus roll stream to go along with your standard fare. I will be tap skipping though, just because otherwise this will take a long time, and I have not even seen how long section 19 is just yet. Gemstone shots. Min-roll. Wah, wah, wah. I hate getting min rolls. Ruin Church. We're going to acquire one of those two words. Holy Maiden of Winter. I did notice that, yes. Clergyman's Dinner. That's new. That might have been what the loading was about, though.
There. Gold! Foreigner!
Yes! Mission accomplished. We got Cuckoo Lockin' at last. It's not really lucky, Mordred. It took like 500 quartz to do so. Oh, this was not lucky. This took a lot of quartz to do. A lot of quartz. But I got her in the end, so I'm happy. And it's nice to meet you, friends from Proper Human History. I'm Cuckoo Lockin', guardian of the jungle's water and wind and earth and, what was it again? Oh, whatever. Don't sweat the small stuff. The Mala. I'm going to learn a whole lot about your culture. Alright. So, we finally officially have Cuckoo Lockin' in my Chaldea. Cool. Awesome. Alright. But this is where I'm going to end the YouTube recording for those of you watching this on YouTube in the distant future, question mark. I don't know when this is actually going to come out on YouTube, but be sure, if you're watching this on YouTube, to subscribe so that you know when exactly tomorrow the next part will come out, because these are coming out daily until it is done. So, make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for coming out. I hope you enjoyed. Have a fantastic evening, YouTube.